I figured out what I'm going to do. I've been on YouTube for about 3 years, and God bless everybody, but I made my decision. I made my decision on how I'm going up to overcome these problems. Nobody wants to fix it except me. And God just basically led me. I've got heart disease too, and lung disease. And plus being part Indian Cherokee, I'm gonna go off and die like an animal. I mean that. Because see, the Indian spirit, American Indian spirit, I would be like a dying wolf, okay? But I'm a half breed, like a wounded wolf. I've been looking at the culture. I know exactly how I'm going to do it. Because I'm separating, and it also has a biblical part of it. You know, the Bible says, separate yourself from this unrighteous world. I'm not the one doing this stuff. If I do my own sins, I answer to God. I'm not responsible for other people's actions, but it doesn't give them a right to keep abusing me. I went back to jail when I did nothing wrong. I had done my time, but the judge didn't even want to listen. And it was a lawyer thing. The lawyer was what made the mistake. I'm 3 years out of jail. I got put back in jail because the people made mistakes. It's called double jeopardy. But nobody wanted to take care of it, you know? That's just wrong. This has been my last 20 years. I get blamed for their problems. When I was engaged before I relapsed, back in 2002, I didn't want to live in sin. Then I find out my fiance is sleeping with a social worker. That's a friend of mine. You know, I didn't want to live in sin. I've always been that, been Bible oriented, but I get blamed for it. I'm not into Christmas, but it's my religious viewpoints, okay? It's not that I don't like Christmas. I like Christmas, but it's against my spirituality. It's a pagan holiday because I'm a Christian. So it's just everything because people don't want to understand. I'm also part-time outlaw, which means biker. Of course, that can get you in a certain way too. I have what I like preference-wise. I don't like Harley Davidson. I like Triumphs. I also like dirt bikes. And then when I was down south riding, I bought what I liked when I was working down there. Nobody had a problem with it, but I got a nice Honda. I like Honda. It was my first motorcycle. It might seem a little ossy, but I had a 78, and there wasn't anything that could beat it at the time. A Honda 750. I think it had about 35 horsepower to it. That's big. I only paid $150 for it. I had to fix the clutch on it and a kickstart. It was nice. That was me, y'all. 4 years of addiction, that was my fault. But see, when doctors claim they're helping me, but they're actually trying to kill me with their action, I'm smarter than that. They give you above the PDR medication, and then you can't get out to do what you got to do. But yet they blame you, but yet they're the ones of over-medicating you. Because if I didn't know what I know, I do. I'm a drug counselor by trade. Then you go to the rehab. What does the rehab do? They want to hire you, but yet they give you tranquilizer. See, tranquilizers, certain like Valium, what I'm trying to think is Xanax, all that is alcohol in pill form. That's just as bad as me drinking a fifth. So what the hell are they doing that for? I pretty much think they're trying to eliminate us, like population reduction. So the third one, it literally, because of their mistakes, I had to go to jail to break the cycle because I still wanted my recovery back. So it's just that insanity. But yet they blame you for their mistakes. I haven't done heroin and coke. In about 15 years. That was my real struggle. When I drank last March, they were again the pharmacy made a mistake. and my doctor made a mistake. The VA made a mistake. It's unnecessary. It's unacceptable. Because it's not like you can't get certain medicine for your head trauma. Like I've got 7 herniated discs. I listen to my doctors. They can't cut me because they'll paralyze me. So I'm listening to it. So when the pain medicine was not a narcotic, when it was not a narcotic, big pharmaceutical made it a narcotic. What did they do? They cut everything in half. Yeah, I never had any problem with that medicine. I'm not an opiate junkie. And this drug was not even an opiate. Who made the opiate crisis? Big pharmaceutical did. But see, don't put it off on me. Because you made the problem. Big pharmaceutical, the Chekhov's Mexican, kick back the doctors, pill mills. That's not my issue. I'm one of the best people around. I help people. I've never lost anybody when I helped. I got drug dealers sober up here. Glory be to God. But I do it free too because it's my love. It's my love. I go back to school. Didn't take a dime from this government. Biomed. I love it. I can tear an MRI apart, make good money. But see, the health issues took me down. Yeah, the blood pressure's good now. But what am I going to do? I cooked my eyes with radiation. Not deliberately. It just happens. But see, the thing is, am I ever going to work again? I like serving God because He's first in my life. Because without any of these things, I would not be alive. I want to be a certain way in life, just like I like leather. You know, I just texted my best friend up here. Like women like handbags and shoes, I have my preferences. I bought a nice lock blade for fishing. You know, but I broke the tip on it because I like to throw knives. Nothing illegal, but people make it the wrong way. Learn how to understand something. Okay, I take it. I broke the tip. I had to have it that particular way because it goes along with my pliers and a multi-tool. I like tools because that's what I do. I fix things. It's like if I wanted a computer, it has to be a certain way, not a Dell. Just like phones too, I have my preference. I'm an Apple technician, but it has to be what I like. I have my preferences. It's almost like steak. You want it well done, medium. I don't like steak. I like my burgers raw, medium rare. You know, I love clams. If I drink beer, I have my pet peeves. I love Wild Turkey 101, the best whiskey out there, and it's expensive. It's like a fine wine to me. I get that, and I have to have the Silver Bullet or a Colt 45. As for firearms, I have my preference. I like the Marine Corps 45, but they phased it out because I like it also because of the history behind it. If you have tools, some people have to have stamp on. I still like my craftsman. So it's like, and I like my sweats. I like to dress down. I go to church. I can feed 100 people on $25. The Bible says, come as you are. But why do you want to dress me up? It's going to kill my success rate, my ability to reach people. Because I know for a fact I've been homeless before. And homeless people are not going to come up to, people dressed in a suit. Because most of them got crap on them. I had people studying me while I was studying them. I know better. I can spot you a mile away and I just walk up to them. Do you need something to eat? I'm not going to buy you alcohol. But are you homeless? Do you need help? I might give them a couple bucks. I'll buy them some cigarettes because I do tobacco myself. So I try to help them because there is life out there. And I had a 17-year-old girl, homeless, scared shitless, all by herself. Her parents abandoned her, left her on the curb, scared shitless, didn't do anything wrong. All I did is, did you really want something to eat? I'll give the money to you. You can buy it yourself. She broke down and cried in Burger King because, nobody loved her. I've been there and done that. I grew up in a single family with 5 women around me. But see, everybody stereotyped me, except 2 women in my life. My grandmama and my mom. They were my best friends. I lost my father when I was young, 7 years old. I mean, I'm not worrying about it. It's just, it happens. But see, the people that wanted to help me, they tried to understand me. And we grew closer. Okay? I met my first wife in a coffee shop. Not online. Not on Instagram. Those platforms were developed for one reason. To keep you addicted. That's a physical fact. Not that they're bad for everything, but also Facebook was developed for a one world religion. That's a physical fact. And they keep you addicted. See, but I do what I do. Did you know I'm the CEO of Facebook is a pedophile? The FBI had a hell of a time with Mark Zuckerberg because he had Facebook groups on Messenger doing pedophilia. He beat it with his money, but he was told because he's on parole for life to clean it up. He wouldn't do it. He likes raping little kids. Seriously. So the FBI had to go in and clean it up for him. He got fined almost $15 million. You won't hear that on the fake news. So see, it just goes on and on and on. And money's not my God. I'm comfortable. I'm going to have the disc surgery on my neck. That's why I'm having problems like that. But I'm going away to die. I decided. I even went out and bought the funeral plot today to be up near my dad and my mom. I'm actually going away to die. I'm not telling people where. It's nothing to do with suicide. It has to do with my belief system. Because I'm not going to allow these pagan fucks in the government to keep abusing me or family. Laws are there for a reason, but they get away with it because they got the money. How about MK Ultra, mind control, where they were abusing people in American hospitals? I'm talking psychiatric hospitals. They're going out there, they're cooking veterans' brains. How about Daddy Bush, George Bush, torturing little kids? It's called the Indian Valley Project, running it through their certain parts of their body, like their anus, wires, because he's a pedophile. George Bush is. But he got away with it. I'm talking Daddy Bush, who wants to put us in Iraq. He's called Kabbalahism. That's satanic. Okay, it's also a globalist. He's satanic. Globalism. Cabal. So see, this is why. And I'm called to battle this stuff. But he get away with it. Barbara Bush was good people. But see, I'm just done with it. If any of this stuff that's happened to me or anybody poor, if people had money, it wouldn't have happened to them. That's a fact, because money talks, BS walks. But I'm okay, because my heart is honest. I'm not perfect. God looks at the heart. I have a dynamite, awesome God who loves me. Because everything that has had been mistakes, whether it be mine or others, I'll own myself. But I'm only alive. And I'm sober and I'm clean because God. I got clean because I heard the song, Jesus Take the Wheel. And then I turned around and I met the Okras boys. They prayed for me. I haven't used heroin and coke since. That's like 15 years ago. And I am so grateful. I have cravings, but I don't want it. You never have to use drugs or alcohol. You got 2 choices, die or reach. It's like sinking in quicksand. And don't mind me, I've been up all night. So, I love you guys. The best part of my life has been YouTube the last 3 years. My friend Ken. But I had a lot of people sell me out. I'm not Snoopy, okay? I'm not Charlie Brown. I'm hurt so bad. So I'm just going to go off and die like the wounded animal. I am, and I'm done. I'll keep in touch. I'm still going to do my ministry, but I'm done. I'm not going to eat either. I'm going to fast for 2 weeks. Because I can go without food. I know how. I used to wrestle when I was fourth in the state. I pinned some of the top wrestlers out there for WWF. Did I get any credit for it? No. No. I know Dan Gable from the Olympics. You know, he was one who taught me everything. I held second place in the Marines for push-ups. Do I want the credit for it? I just try to tell people my accomplishments. But see, nobody wants to do it anymore. You know, when I got my first degree, the woman that helped get me clean, Juanita, she had the breast cancer, and that's why I went back to school, to make my commitment to fight cancer. But see, nobody wanted to give me a little bit of help and a little bit of sharing. And I'm not talking anything dirty. All I did, we had Katrina when the places got flooded, and I was studying. I simply went in and I go, Juanita, will you party with me? Meaning in a healthy way. I bought the donuts. You know, we had everybody down there at the sobering place that was still using and getting in trouble. We bought donuts and pizza for everybody, but they were there. They knew what I had to do. I was a positive example to them. But it was because of her taking an interest in me. And I love her for it. She's still a good friend of mine. I just don't know where the hell she is. And then when I had my stuff where I used to go out there and do curb shopping, I used to get Coach handbags. They're like $100 bags, fix them up. And then I decided from a lady friend on here, Nobel Strength, one of the best sites on YouTube, beautiful lady. And I'm not gay or anything, but she gives me the best ideas for leatherwork, because I love doing leatherwork. And she's one of the best people around. Please check out her YouTube, Nobel Strength, because she's into all these flea markets. And she's just good people. She's just good people, like Sweet Corn, Brianna, you know? I mean, there are good people out there. Just like the Dallas Cowboys, my favorite team. And I love WWF. Seth Rollins is my favorite wrestler, along with Becky Mann. I love Ronda because I love wrestling, the divas. But see, the reason why I love the women, because women brought me up. Women brought me up. Okay, my mom was a tough old bird. So was my grandmama. 250 pounds my grandmother was, but she didn't mess with it. She worked on her hands washing floors. She could knock out a 6-foot man because she just didn't. She had a pet peeve. You touch her kids, she'll hurt you. She had no problem going old school on you. But this is what taught me. I'm not a mama's boy. You don't touch women and you don't touch children. I got molested at 14. So I had my pet peeves. The first girlfriend I had, when she was raped, cut up, mutilated, putting garbage bags. Nobody did anything. They just buried her. They threw her away. She's a human being. The guy died in Attica. That's sick, man. I just wasn't there at the time. I can't be in two places. When I found out about it, I went overdrive to make sure I could catch him. The cops did a good job. But, no death or whatever. He had spent life in Attica. So, you know what? I've had enough. The laws are there. I'm just going to do the right thing. God bless you guys, because the YouTube has been a family to me. I hope everybody's blessed like I was by YouTube. Be blessed. God bless. Have a great day.